Yo, what's going on, boys? It's Charlie here with another video. Today we're going to be backtesting oil, which is pretty interesting. A lot of you guys asked about oil, and it kind of surprised me because I wasn't really down to do it. I was like, no, it probably doesn't perform that good. Well, I backtested a couple months in 2024, and it was actually half decent, and I really like these futures that we have going on right now. NAS 100 absolutely eats year over year. It's their most consistent pair with the LSD model. That's what I found. Gold, I backtested literal years on end. That's a great pair as well. Platinum though, platinum is very good. That's our highest win rate pair. That's for 2025. Now, 2024 is not the same as 2025. 2025 definitely popped off, so that one's kind of iffy. But oil, I'm very interested in oil. So I'm going to be doing a live, pretty much straight up backtesting video today. We're not going to be cutting anything out. There's going to be 0 cuts in this video. So as long as I can figure out how to, because I'm usually doing this on my monitor forward. Oh no, bro. Wait, bear with me, boys. Okay, I got it. Okay, so I have a thing, my indicator that's pretty much showing my session, what exactly I'm trading, the times I'm trading, I mean. So I really can just fast forward around. But yeah, that's pretty much it. We literally just came across a setup already, and it's our first. How do I move this thing, bro? What the? Wait, can I minimize this? This is my first time using this, bro. Cancel? I don't want to cancel. I don't know. We're just gonna set it right there, I guess. Oh fuck, no, we can't have it right there. Crap. Where do we put this, boys? We'll put it down here in this corner. Okay. I don't even know if you guys can see that. You might not even be able to see that. You might be like, what the hell are you doing? Okay. All right. Chilling now. So right here we have a demand zone. Most of you guys know that what I trade is LSD. Most of you guys are just in the Discord or in a community that we know each other. But if you don't know, I trade liquidity supply and demand. Later down the line, I do have, I'll make videos like explaining the strategy and stuff like that. But right now I'm just pretty much showing testing and stuff. But like right here, this is just a valid normal zone already. Price reacting from a valid demand area right here. Price is pushing up. We have valid level of liquidity, which is just a retracement, and then price took out its own high. We did chop right here a little bit, but we came down super hard and got a super strong reaction. So that's nice to see. I don't know. Wait a second, bro. I'm gonna be all messed up because I'm usually not on my MacBook backtesting. I always backtest on my monitor. So, bro, I don't even know how to. Okay, this would be a standard flip entry right here with a wick being this big, and it's an 805 candle. That means the 1 hour candle already put the bottom wick in. Okay, 1 hour candle already put the bottom wick in. So now we are on an 805 candle. We again already have a bottom wick. We're not waiting for anything else. Yeah, with a wick this big, a rejection that strong, we would be entering a flip here. For backtesting sake, I'll track standard 1 to 4s. This is the whole reason why we're backtesting, to see what performed better. So we're just gonna do strict 1 to 4s, and just see how it plays out. But yeah, we see what we get here. First loss, solid. Yeah, and another thing is you always got to check for news too, and you can never really tell with some of these candles unless they're like crazy. But yeah, I'm saying that was just standard loss. So, all right, let's chill. So first trade, literally February 3rd, which I think is the first trading day of February. And then from here, I'm literally just gonna fast forward until the next trading day, because there's really not much to do. Why is my thing getting faster than? I don't know, bro. It's just being weird. Wait for this to go. 4:30. Okay, started my session. All right. Market right now is bearish, that's for sure. Continuously taking out lows. If price would have took out this low right here, this would be a valid level of liquidity, and then we'd have supply right there. That would be a valid trade, but we did not do that. So gonna be looking for shorts unless we start taking out highs, and then we'll be looking for buys. Still nothing, still just continuing to the downside. And that's 9:30 New York Stock Exchange open. That looks like some news candles, but I don't really know. Maybe just lots of volume. That's it for that day. So no trades that day. Yeah, I feel bad just straight up just raw recording this, because it does suck just sitting here and just going to the next day, but I also don't want to do too much cuts, and like I'm trying to keep it like transparent, you know what I mean? So I don't like doing this often because it's just a pain, but whatever. If you guys enjoy it, whatever. Okay, so again, price is bearish, at least on the 5 minutes. We're going to be looking for sells. Price swap lows. Again, we're going to be using no accuracy zones on this. So like if we were trading accuracy zones, this would be a zone, or this would be a level right here, which I'll actually track, because I don't know what would be better. I don't know if no accuracy zone's better or accuracy zones will be better. We'll just track this, and then I'll be able to go back and look at how many years of data I get on this and decide if accuracy zones are better or accuracy zones are not better. So that's how you do that. God damn, bro. Okay. That one would have hit TP actually. Damn, solid. That was, yeah, an accuracy zone. You guys can see though, like, just the core reasoning behind this whole strategy. Like, even though, yes, this wasn't accuracy zone, most of your selling pressure came from this level right here, right? You had lots of consolidation right here, and selling pressure broke down to the downside, right? Now we have a retracement, we have price breaking out lows, we have orders all above these highs, orders. Price comes up, instantly rejects, and just starts continuing down. You can see the reasoning like behind that whole setup. So, god damn, bro. Even though, like, some trades, I don't know how to explain it. Like, some trades might look a little ugly, like if they're not using accuracy zones, if they are using accuracy zones. At the end of the day, it honestly comes down with price structure too. Like, is there a reasoning for that price to react from that supply or that demand zone, regardless of if it's an accuracy zone or not? And that's a lot of times with these futures. These futures, though, it's just they're printing a lot less upper and lower wicks, I feel, as Forex. So you don't really have to worry about it as much. That's just something I noticed. But yeah. Gonna be looking for demands here. I was gonna say to you guys, this demand I would not be looking for right now because of the consolidation we just did. Yeah, so you guys can see I just fast forward a little too quick there, but that is why you don't take a trade like that. So yeah, we even did break that high too, but I still wouldn't take it. So price right here had a demand zone right here. Price originally had this level of liquidity, which is a beautiful level of liquidity. And if price would have just swept this level of liquidity, continued up, and then broke down in one clean move, then that would be a good trade to take. That'd be a perfectly fine trade to take. But instead what happened is price had this level of liquidity. We swept the level of liquidity, failed to continue lower, consolidated, tried to push to the upside. We failed to take out those highs. So that is major. So if we would have closed bullish, took out those highs, and then continued down after there, that is showing strong bullish momentum because we're continuing pushing on past these highs. This bullish structure is staying intact. But we did not have any of that. We had a very large wick rejecting the highs and just failing to even close above the highs, and then we came down pretty strong. Again, we came down pretty strong. That's something you want to see, but that liquidity right here and failing to take out those highs, that's on the borderline of it being even valid, to be honest with you. If it was on like gold or NAS, then I would be taking probably a buy. I'm not going to lie to you. But oil is a lot more, you can get away with a lot more shorts and longs because oil genuinely does go up and go down compared to something that's like more like NASDAQ or gold, where it's just continuously on average rising year over year compared to oil. Like look at the forward projection curve for oil. It's just it's not continuously up, so it's not always going to be, you know, your favorite towards buys. So that's what I was going to say. It's just explaining that one, why I would skip that position. But yeah, that's pretty much it for that day. Bro, I wish there was a way you could just fast forward to 4:30 because this shit's not fun. 4:30. Okay, bet. Here we are. If you were trading 3:30, I was gonna say there's a position right here, I think. Yeah, I'm gonna mark this out just because it is interesting. It's another trade where the accuracy zones are eating. This isn't in my session, so I don't have say here. But did that tap? Yeah, it tapped. Okay, so this is another valid trade. This isn't in my session. I don't even know how you'd get an entry on here. I'm not gonna lie. Is that a 3 hour? Okay, it's 3 o'clock. So on the hourly candles, you can take a flip entry. So yeah, you would take a flip entry. You'd probably hit TP in one candle, which is crazy. If you guys can't see, right here is the level of liquidity that price made. We made a low, and then we continuously broke out highs, and then we retraced hard, swept this level of liquidity, new 1 hour candle, tapped in, put that bottom wick in, flipped, showing bullish buying pressure. You put an entry right there, stop loss under that wick, and then TP smacked. But I'll keep that one up so I can kind of just jot it down for journaling purposes, for like the accuracy zones and stuff. But that's not in my session, so I wouldn't be able to take that trade. So yeah. Just a lot of chop. Doesn't seem like too much. I don't think we swept a lot of orders to the downside. You guys can see, you can just see liquidity sweeps in plain sight. All these lows right here, massive sweep to the downside, stopping everyone out, and then just huge push to the upside. That's it for that day as well. I don't know what's... Oh, that's Sunday. I was like, where's the... Okay. Here we go. So we're going to be looking for buy orders right now. Beautiful demand zone down here. Another demand zone here. Price come down fairly decent. Yeah, I would not be taking that demand zone now. Unless we break highs. Talking about this demand zone, by the way. Still lots of consolidation right here. I would not be taking this position if it gives a valid entry. See that? Okay, valid entry. I would not be taking this position. Let me make that clear. So right here we have a valid demand zone. This candle led to a lot of bullish buying pressure. Now we have a few things. This is the main level of liquidity I was looking for. Now I know it doesn't look the greatest, but you have to remember we have candles coming down, you have wicks coming down, you have one candle liquidity. This gave a valid fake out, and then if we would have continued down, then it would be a half decent position to take. The fact that we came down and literally consolidated, failed to take out any highs, and continuously started putting in lower lows, I would not be taking it. Now, yes, we did sweep a lot of orders under here. All these levels right here, we swept orders under. But still, I would not be taking this trade for this strategy. And it hit oh wait, 10 o'clock. That's out of my session anyways. So, damn. This one did hit TP. Very surprising. Anyone watching this that's in the Discord trades LSD, they know this is actually kind of a garbage setup. So, shocked that one won, but that one did end up winning. That was 1025. I'll note that one down. That'll be interesting because I did want to look into extending my trading session so I don't have to stop at 10 a.m. It's kind of early, but yeah, that's interesting. But that was kind of a garbage setup. I wouldn't even take that honestly normally, but yeah, I just did all that analysis. Wasn't even in my session, bro. Okay, 430. All right, there we go. Definitely, obviously, going to be looking for buys right now. Say demand zone down here, but we never got an actual entry, just invalidated. And then that was it for that session. February 12th now. Bet. 430. There, okay. Alright, so we're going to be looking for sells since price is continuously moving down right now. Bearish market structure. So we are going to be looking for sells. Nice stack liquidity right here. Would be nice to get a tap into one of these zones up here. Making some ugly structure. Yeah, failed to even come up. I think that was it for that session. Yep, that's it. No trades that day. I was gonna say there was a supply level right there with all that stack liquidity. That'd be beautiful to see, but we did not tap into that level. So is what it is. I'm trying to fast forward, bro. Okay, there we go. We started 4:30. All right, gonna be looking for shorts. My shit's going so fast. We do have a half decent position for buys right now. I'm not gonna lie to you. Depending on how hard we come down. I'm not liking it, to be honest with you guys. I don't even think it's gonna validate. No, it's invalid anyways. Damn, bro. Damn MacBook. I was gonna say this zone right here with this level of liquidity, price taking out highs, but it's not like it's gold or NAS, where you can just get away with taking every single. God damn, bro. You can get away with taking every single buy. You gotta be more trading like kind of within trend with oil, so I'll not be taking that. That's it for that day, February 13th. So not even a quarter. We're a quarter of the way through the month. I mean, 4:30. Where are you at? There we go. Okay. working with here? Price, bullish. Looking for buys. Starting to take out lows here. Okay. Looks like we had some news or something. And that'll probably be no trades for that day, I'm guessing. No trades, no trades, no trades, no trades. That's it. No trades for that day. Gotta get more trades, bro. It's pretty slow, I'm not gonna lie. Okay, we're gonna be looking for buys right now. I'm just gonna say that is a valid buy position. That wick is scary, bro. That is a scary wick to see. I will enter on a bullish close due to that. But we do have bullish price structure. Yes, we didn't close above, but we did actually get a big enough wick where it is very convincing for buys. We have strong level liquidity where price just instantly shot off of. I think we just invalidated. No, that's valid right there. It's ugly, but it is valid if we're actually following our rules. Right there, valid level of liquidity. Again, you'd like to see this actually close above, but the fact that we wicked that high. Wait, is this news? No, 515, there shouldn't be news. The fact that we wicked above, came down fairly clean. We got an initial massive rejection, but we're kind of just filling in this gap. We got our first bullish close off of the demand zone. So we'd enter their stop loss under that wick. 4. Would not be surprised if this loses. I'm not gonna lie to you guys. Yeah, that's what I figured. It's a very mid setup, because it's not really trending really clean. Liquidity's good. It's just, again, if that would have closed above, would have been a lot better. So you guys can see literally the difference between good quality and bad quality setups there. And I could have missed some. I literally could be missing some. There's another demand zone right there. It's just gonna say to you boys, this is out of my session. So, but right here, demand zone. Oh, demand zone, valid level of liquidity right there. This is the good quality zones or good quality trades you're looking for. Clear liquidity, clear placement to the upside. Price came down super strong, swept out our liquidity, bullish candle close, everything you want to see right there. Out of our session again, but it's going to be interesting for me at least to track because I wanted to see about trading later in the day. So again, I'll note all these down and get a consensus or get a idea of what to do with oil. God damn, bro. But yeah, 1 to 4 literally smacked on that. That's a beautiful trade. Those are the A+ trades that you want to watch for. Compared to those, this one and this one, you can clearly see the difference. Beautiful level of demand, good level of liquidity and stuff. It's just price failed to actually close above that high, and price came down with a lot of. It was just choppy. It wasn't compared to this one where it's just one clean move. Diving down, sweeping out orders of liquidity, tapping into your demand zone, and driving price up. Whereas this was just completely opposite. Even though it does still follow head to toe all of your rules, that's just how it is. That's why some setups are just literally better than others. But that's it for that day. So we're now on February 18th. 4:30 starts. Okay, we're gonna be definitely bullish because this looks clean. Beautiful demand zone if we come down here, and it's invalid. Nice. Another demand zone right here. Did we tap, bro? Yeah, we did tap. All right, this is a trade I would be 100% taking. This seems pretty good quality. Liquidity is a little further than I'd like, but it's still 100% valid. You guys can see yes, it's a big structure, but liquidity is also very big, so it's matching the size of the structure. It's not like you have massive structure and then tiny, like very tiny liquidity. It's not like that. So right here, break of candle, not break of candle, break of structure, price broke its own high. This level of liquidity, we actually closed above. Price came down super hard, tapped in, bullish close. This is a valid long position, standard candle close entry right here. Stop loss under the wick. Risk 1 to 4. We'll see if this one wins or loses. And straight to stop loss. That one was actually surprising, not gonna lie. Yeah, not gonna lie. It honestly could be because you have this demand zone, and even though it's valid when it's bullish candles leaving the zone, but we did have a bullish candle, and then we kind of just filled that zone and continued bullish. Could be kind of a reason why, but you never really look into levels that deep, or you would just find so much shit. It'll just make you go crazy. So stick to the basics, stick to the rules. Here's another trade outside of recession. No, it didn't tap. I was excited to see if that one won, or if that one won or lost. So 18th, no trades, or no winning trades. I mean, we had I think our only winning trade was outside of our session, and then we had that short position. That was a accuracy zone. Right here, longs all the way, and invalid, it closed inside. Another demand down here if we tap, but I'm not too sure if we will. No, we are not. Taking out highs. We do have valid demands below. Taking out highs, more demands. We have all these zones. We have zone down here with this liquidity, zone down here with this liquidity. And it's just price just keeps pushing up. Boom, boom, down to all these zones. Now this is after session. I'm very curious if this wins. Does it give us an entry candle? It's invalidated. Never mind. That's it for that day, 19th. So February is kind of mid right now, unless last week's like gives us some good trades, but right now it's kind of mid. I'm not gonna lie. Not too good compared to some of the other future pairs we have. Again, I could have trying to go through this half decently quick so I don't make this video crazy long for you guys. Like right now we're at 27 minutes. I'm not trying to make it crazy long, so I could definitely accidentally skim through setups and not see them. That's definitely possible. So I'll have to go back and double check, make sure I didn't miss anything. But we do have a demand here. Price comes down. Nothing, it just keeps trending higher and higher. Boom. Demand. No, never mind. No demand tap. I lied. Alright, out of session, and that is it for that day. No trades, no trades. I will say oil does seem to trend pretty cleanly. Trending half decently clean, which is solid. I had to charge my Mac, boys. You're coming upstairs with me. God damn, bro. Alright. We're gonna backtest on the go. Check this shit out, bro. Yeah, Loki. Oh, wait, no. Got the TV rolling in the background, boys. No setups, no setups. Boom, boom, boom. Hold on, I gotta sit down at my desk, boys. Gotta get full focus mode. Alright. Over here we got the mic, bro. Alright. Let's look at, what are we looking at here? Price still bearish. Slowly taking out highs here, but not really anything crazy. I think that's it. Yeah, that's it for that day. Damn. about to die on me, bro. All right. Going on to the next day. Hopefully we get some trades here, bro. Last week of February. Let's see. 4:30. Okay. So we have demand down here. I don't like how we're coming down to it though at all. Nothing again. Damn. On to the 25th. Oh wait, I thought it was 25th. Oh yeah, 25th. Just takes a minute to get there. Alright. Bearish structure, I'd say. Unless we start taking out highs and trending, but I'd say for the most part, bearish structure. Alright, bro, I don't know what happened. I think my thing stopped recording. This is my first time using Loom. I know I told you guys I wouldn't put any cuts, bro, but I'm sorry. My first time using Loom, and I don't know, this shit's being weird, but... Okay, continuing. Daily trend, bearish. Bearish on the day. There's a setup right here. Already got our entry candle. Okay, that happened quick. So right here, we have our supply zone right there, boom, and we have our wick of liquidity. Price took out its own low. Now we didn't close below. I will say that we didn't close below, but we are trending super hard bullish. I mean, not bullish, bearish. Came up to the zone super hard and got our entry signal. Entry candle, I mean. Gosh, dude, I can't figure out these keys in this. I'm so used to my keyboard, bro. Right here's a standard close. And then, with this type of candle, I'm not gonna lie, I would wait for probably a break of candle on the 30-minute. So, we'd get even a worse entry, which that's chill. Right there, and then risk to reward would be a 1 to 4. I think the stop loss is a little bigger than it's supposed to be. Oh, that's a problem. It doesn't it's not real specific. We'll just keep it there, whatever. 1 to 4. See what we get. And strict TP. That's nice. All right, that's 4% locked in there. So yeah, standard short right after kind of New York Open 9:35. Solid trade. Solid trade. Yeah, I gotta add everything up that it made this month. I don't even know what it made. I have no clue, because I know I was tracking stuff out of the session, so it's gonna be rough, but we'll see. Very choppy on the day. Taking out lows though, so probably gonna be bearish. So you got a short position right there. I would not be taking that though. Liquidity's kind of bad. We pushed up, failed, came down, failed to take out these lows to continue the bearish trend, and just that's garbage. Now this is an interesting trade, I'll be honest with you. This is not bad. I wish we would have taken out lows right here, but we do have a supply zone right here. We have a valid level of liquidity right here. Price taking out lows. Trends bearish. We see even if we get anything. Candle close. Okay, I would take this as a short position. Stop loss above this wick. TP down here, 1 to 4 will target. And TP hit again. Another 1 to 4 back to back locked in. That's crazy. Yeah, again, like I'm gonna be tracking like 1 to 2s, 1 to 3s, structure, 1 to 4s, everything. So we know exactly what to do. That's what I did with gold. And like, yeah, that's what I did with gold. And we had old TP rules that people said they were good, and the stuff I found, like targeting strict risk rewards, just so much better. That's what everyone's using right now, eating with it. On to the 27th. I don't know how many days it is in March, but hopefully not that much, bro. Okay. Say there's a demand here. It's not valid though. Liquidity, or gosh, I can't speak, bro. What was that? Liquidity has to take out its own high. Never did. We just have a standard demand right here. That's all that is. I think that was news candle anyways, so it doesn't even matter. $4.30. All right, there we go. A lot of chop. Nothing that day. Another accuracy zone, literally eating, bro. What is this? Literally, what is this? This isn't even in my session. This is like, what, 13, 14, 2:45 p.m. I don't even gotta draw it. You guys know, liquidity right here broke out its own highs. Dang. Straight to TP. That's crazy. Oil was low-key underrated. Another trade? Are you kidding me? Oh, okay, I didn't tap. I was like, bro. Oil seems to, like, work just as well outside of our... Oh, wait. Oh, we're in March. Oh, dang. Okay, that's it, bro. That's it already. Alright, I feel like this month wasn't that good. I'm not gonna lie to you. At least in my session. The full session might not have been actually that bad. But, wait, let me add it all up. We didn't... Or we got a... Did we get a loss in the first day? Yeah, we did. Oh, wait, boys. I'm looking for my phone. I'm cooked. Yeah, I can't find it. Alright, looks like we're using Google Calculator. Alright. Let's see. So, we lost the first trade. Actually, I should be able to do this in my head. I'm not gonna lie. Lost the first trade. And won the second trade. And this was off of... Well, wait. This is off an accuracy zone. I'm not gonna include this, I'm not gonna lie. Because I'm gonna go back and add... see if it's worth trading accuracy zones and stuff like that. I don't think it's honestly going to be. I think that was just kind of a freak, like, one setup kind of deal. But I could be wrong. Who knows? It's nothing. What was this? Why do I have this marked up? A no trade. Oh, that was not valid. No trade. Dang, bro. Okay, 2 losses, so minus 2%, and then that was out of our session, so we can't even add that. So, not valid there, but still a beautiful trade there. That's an A+ setup. This complete kind of garbage setup. I don't really know if I'd actually take this live. I'm just taking it for backtesting purposes because obviously it's valid, like following rules. But when you have a certain level of intuition, you kind of get a feel for the markets a little bit better, and you can go beyond the rules and base it off of actually what the market is showing you rather than just straight up paper, reading the rules, checking them off, and just entering. Like I said, this checks everything off, but it's just instead of closing above, We just wicked. We came down very choppy, lots of upper wicks. We got initial good reaction, and then we just kind of lost all volume coming into here. You know, kind of garbage. So if we're basing it off of trades I'd actually take, 1%, I'd take this one, 2%. So 2% drawdown. This looks like such a good setup, but there's nothing there. Did we miss a setup right here? No, I thought we did. Guess not. Right here, beautiful setup on 920. So in the session. So then I would be 2% drawdown, 1 to 4 hit, 2% profit for gold. I mean, not gold, gosh, oil right now. I believe we had what, one more 1 to 4 hit? Yeah, this one right here, beautiful. Another 1 to 4 hit. Kind of some bullish structure coming up, but still valid trade to take. We're still bearish. We're taking out literally major lows right now. We have a strong level of liquidity right here. Price came down, pushed up. We had one retracement, and then we pushed up with lots of bullish volume. Good rejection, good candle close. Again, standard 1 to 4. And what is that? 6%? 6% profit. Even if I would have counted the other trade, it would still be 5% profit for the month, which is really good, actually. Again, this was a beautiful zone right here, beautiful trade if this was just valid. You have your level of liquidity. If price would have came up, took out these highs, and then came down, that would be another valid trade. But I believe that was it, boys, huh? Yeah, that's March. Okay, so yeah, even if we want to count on the low end, March ended with 5%, which is really, really good, even for one pair. It's okay. I should rephrase. It's okay. Just because some of these other pairs, gold and NQ, and especially platinum too, I've seen them do like crazy months, literally 15% months. So I mean, it's mid, but I mean 5% here, and then if you've got 5% here, 5% here, it adds up. You know, that's 20% month if you got 5% on all these future pairs. So it is pretty good. I'm not gonna lie, it is pretty good. But yeah, that's pretty much it. This video is 40-some minutes. I try to make it as fast as I possibly could for you guys. So I definitely easily, I'm not gonna lie, could have definitely missed setups. I personally will be going back and double checking everything, looking at the trades again, and making sure, you know, I didn't miss anything. But yeah, test this out on your own, boys. Let me know. This might be added. I'm not entirely sure yet, but I'm gonna backtest a couple years, 5-minute, and see where we get. I'm not gonna leak 5-minute years, couple of years data. It's only gonna be like what I get for 2025 probably, because not a lot of people are willing to really put in the work to backtest multiple years. So I'm the only person that tends to do that, literally. But yeah, I'll keep that for myself. I'll keep that for the future, for something I'm working on that I can't say right now. But yeah, we'll see how it goes from here. And that is February. Down for the count, 6% in my trading session, which is 4:30 a.m. to 10 a.m. boys. So that is it for this YouTube video. If you guys want more like just raw backtesting, let me know. If you want more of the stuff where I just skip to where I actually place trades so you guys can learn faster, let me know. But yeah, that's pretty much it, boys. So thank you for watching. I'll see you on the next one. Peace.